if you received Social Security benefits in the year of 2025, you will be receiving one of two forms, either an SSA 1099 or an SSA 1042S if you live outside of the country, okay? Most people will be receiving a SSA 1099. This is the document that virtually everybody gets. Obviously, if somebody's living outside of the country, they get something else, but this is what most people will be getting. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't file a tax return. I don't care. This is garbage. I'm going to throw it away the second I get it. You could do that. Wouldn't recommend it, but you can. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's up to you. Again, not my style to tell you what to do. But here's what I would suggest. When you receive it any day now, open it up, take a look at it, and make sure that it's accurate and consistent with what you actually received in 2025. Why? This information is being furnished to the IRS. Okay, what if Social Security made a mistake and said you got $100,000 in benefits when really you got $10,000 in benefits? Do you think the IRS is going to come a knocking? Yeah, they are. Why? Well, did you pay tax on that? If you only got $10,000, but for some weird reason they reported that you got $100,000, which would be weird. They don't typically make mistakes, but I'm saying they can make mistakes. Do you think that's going to be a problem? Yes, absolutely, okay? So look at this, make sure that it looks accurate. Okay, so when you look at it, it's going to be a statement, the Social Security benefit statement, and basically it's just going to be like, hey, we paid you, $11,427 in 2025 or whatever, some number, right? It's going to give you some number. Again, it's going to be consistent with whatever you got. If you want to see that that's accurate, take that number, divide it out by 12 months in the year, and it should come out to your benefit amount, okay? Now, obviously, it's going to be pretty accurate, okay? For the most part, I'm going to say that because it may show you gross benefits because you might be thinking, but wait, it has a higher number than they actually paid me. Well, remember, if you're paying the Medicare Part B premium, they're going to use how much they paid you as a gross benefit, not necessarily how much you took home that was deposited into your account. Does that kind of make sense? So it's going to be your total benefit prior to any deductions is what they're going to report on this SSA 1099. Okay, now this seems pretty obvious, and again, you might be thinking, but still, I don't care, I don't file a tax return. Okay, you're right, you might not file a tax return, but I would highly recommend holding on to this document for a couple different reasons. Number one, it's a great way to prove your income. If you ever need to prove your income for some reason, whatever it happens to be, maybe you're applying for a loan or something, or maybe you're who knows what, I don't know. You might need to prove your income at some point. This would be a great document to do that because it's a 1099. It's a legal document showing exactly how much income you had in the previous year. Probably a good official document to have on hand in the event you need to prove income for some reason, right? I would suggest holding on to it. Now, here's another reason what I would say is you probably want to hold on to this document, okay? No guarantees before I say this. I just want to say it though. Remember a few years ago when they distributed stimulus checks and there was some kind of issue where checks didn't go out to a huge percentage of Social Security beneficiaries, and then they came forward and said the only way you can get them now is by filing a tax return. That was a major problem. I had thousands and thousands and thousands of comments across the channel, across the videos at the time that were saying, I don't file a tax return. What do I do? And at the time, this was a few years ago, by the way, the only way you could get the stimulus check that they distributed, because there was a problem, was to file a tax return, okay? I don't know what's going to happen this year. I don't know what they're thinking for stimulus. All that we know is the president has endorsed multiple different stimulus check iterations, okay? All I'm saying is that if they were to offer something this year, and if they said, in order to get it, you need to file a tax return, do you think that this document would be handy to file a tax return? Yes, absolutely it would. Why? Because you need to know how much your income was to file on a tax return, even though if your income is below the standard deduction, which is over $16,000 now, your income technically on paper would be zero. You wouldn't have a tax liability, which, by the way, quick disclaimer, nope, not tax advice, not financial advice. I'm not your CPA. I'm not your accountant. I'm just a dude on YouTube, okay? But anyway, have to throw that disclaimer out there.